So before we get into this episode, I just want to say quickly, before this episode was recorded, I was going on rumours, but today it has been confirmed that Xherdan Shaqiri is on the verge of agreeing a 6-month loan to Inter Milan. So he won't be joining Juventus, but it will be in fact be Inter Milan. Sorry about that. What is going on, guys? Jet95 Gamer here, and I'm back with a new segment that I'll be doing on my channel, maybe during the whole transfer window. And basically, this is a transfer roundup where we look at the rumours, we'll pick some of the rumours out, and we look at how they would look in the team and the probability of obviously the transfer happening. So, the first one, without further ado, would be at West Ham United, and this player is Mario Suarez. So this is how the team would look, would probably line up under Sam Allardyce also. So as you can see, we've got Adrian in net, you've got Reed at the back with Collins, and obviously Suarez would fit in that diamond with Dallin at the tip of it. So it's a good signing. I think it could happen. It has realistic opportunities to happen. I think he's wanted by other clubs also, Mario Suarez, but I also think he would fit in well at West Ham, and I think it would be a good move for him. So if we do get him in, he'd be joined as one of our best midfielders, along with Alex Song. And, I've seen Mario Suarez play for Atletico in numerous amount of games. And I think he'd be a good fit at West Ham. He can pass the ball very well. And he knows where the net is. And he's a good physical player to hold in that midfield role. He's got the stamina. And I think he can hold up there really well. He'd be a good signing for us if we can get him on loan. Obviously, it would only be a loan deal. This one is being rumoured to be. And like I said, other clubs in for him. So I think the probability of this one happening could be, on a scale of 1 to 10, a 6 or a 7. It could happen. It could not happen. But Mario Suarez would be a good one if he could come into the club. And, on a loan, you can't argue with that. It could be a good one for us. I've got Alex Song on loan too, but hopefully we'll be getting him in January also. Getting that deal done on a permanent is what I'm hoping. And also one player rumoured to be leaving would be Winston Reid, and he's linked with a move to Arsenal, but we'll touch up on that maybe in another episode later on. Staying in England, the next transfer rumour would be at Manchester City, and I think most of you guys would probably know this one. It is in fact Wilfried Bony to Manchester City, and if he would even get into the starting lineup, that would be remarkable when you've got the likes of Edin Dzeko and Stefan Jovetic already on the bench. But an interesting stat, Bony is the top goal scorer in 2014 with the most goals, so he could be a very good player for Manchester City. The only player behind him, or close to him, would be Sergio Aguero. That's in the Premier League, guys, so this could be a deadly strike force. It's got a mixture of pace, willing, and a striker that is just born for greatness. Sergio Aguero, probably one of the top strikers in the world. He knows where the net is. He's a great player, and a player that can feed off that is Wilfried Bony, who can give him the knockdowns, and he also knows where the net is too. And now this could be a deadly force for Manchester City if the deal does go through. 30 million is the decided sum to be going for that, so that could be a massive signing for Manchester City. But 30 million I think is a bit steep for a player that could potentially be sitting on the bench for most of his time. When you've got like 3 other quality strikers, 2 other quality strikers that could be on the bench, including Bony, someone's got to be leaving. Either Jovetic or Edin Dzeko. I don't have any rumour to be leaving. I haven't heard anything. But again, this could make Manchester City a very strong team, and that could seriously mount them to have a really good title challenge. In with a really good chance. They're already in with a great chance, but Chelsea have, I think, got a stronger team at the moment. But if you get Bony, you never know. He loves scoring goals at Wilfried Bony. He knows where the net is, like I said, and he could be a very good signing for the champions. The probability of this transfer happening, I would have to say, if it is the 30 million rumoured sum coming through, I'd have to say look no further than a yes. If it is that money, I can't say how Swansea can ever turn that kind of money down. He's their best striker they've had ever probably at the club. Going out on a limb and saying that he is the best striker they've ever had at the club. So I think 30 million is a really good deal. They can strengthen the squad, and with that 30 million they can build a squad that can get into Europe without a doubt next season. So I think the probability of this one happening is an 8 or a 9. Definitely. Actually, I'll go 9 or a 10. Wilfried Bony probably will be a Manchester City player by the end of this window. More likely, So, yeah, that's definitely a 9 or a 10 out of 10 that transfer would definitely happen. Okay, so the next transfer that has been rumoured is one we've been hearing quite a lot, and it's a player that's been linked away from this club for quite a while. It is Juventus, and it is Xherdan Shaqiri that's been linked with the move to the Italian champions. And also a player that's been linked with a move at is Carlos Tevez, saying that he will probably see his contract out at the end of the season and then look to leave. So he could be going anywhere. We'll touch up on where he could be going in another episode also. But Xherdan Shaqiri, a player that could potentially be a third choice right midfielder in the club. You've got Thomas Muller that can play on the right, you've got Robin that can play on the right, and that means no room for Xherdan Shaqiri on the right. You could say he could play centre attack and mid, but then you've got Mario Götze that fills up in that midfield role. He can't even get into the team, so it's a weird one. Xherdan Shaqiri, I think this move would suit him. I think Xherdan Shaqiri is an awesome player. He was at FC Basel, and he can definitely revitalise his career here at Juventus. You know, he's got the talent. We saw him in the World Cup for Switzerland. He carried them for most of the time, so I think he could be a good signing for him, but the question is whether he'll want to go to Juventus. I think in a search for first team football, and still Champions League football with a very good squad, I don't think I can see him passing this up. Also, fellow teammate, national teammate, Lichtsteiner's there, so that could be a big part of the deal happening. So I could definitely see Xherdan Shaqiri maybe at Juventus. It'll be a good move for him, like I said, down the right hand side. Juventus are a force in the midfield at the moment. You could argue their left midfield role isn't as strong with Asamoah, but Asamoah is a really well-rounded player, so I don't think you could say their midfield's weak. And when you have a midfield made up with Asamoah, Pogba, Pirlo, Vidal, Pirlo/Marquisio, and then obviously you've got Shaqiri added to the mix, that is a strong midfield. And Juve could be looking for European success if they can hold on to this man here, Carlos Tevez. But yeah, the probability of this one happening, I would say also, would probably be a 6 or a 7, because you just never know what could happen. Teams will be put on high alert with Xherdan Shaqiri looking to leave FC Bayern. I don't know if he's rumoured to want to leave, but if players in for him, that could alert other clubs, and he could be tempted to move to a more prestigious league. No disrespect to the Serie A, but he could move to La Liga. He can move to the Barclays Premier League for all we know. So this could be a weird one, but I think he'd be a really good fit for Juventus if he does decide to move there. The next transfer in this one, and the last one, unfortunately, guys, but if you did enjoy this episode, before I get into this last team, make sure to smash that like button so I know to do more episodes like this. If you want to get catched up with the transfer, the latest rumours, and maybe you want to see how the players look in the team, then make sure to smash that like button, and I'll do another episode of this definitely. Maybe once a week, I could touch up on maybe 4 or 5 transfers that could potentially happen that week. So hopefully that one does go through. Hopefully you do like this one, and make sure you leave a comment of transfer rumours you want to see me touch up on and research. Okay, the last and final team we are doing in this one will be FC Bayern, and the rumoured player to be leaving is Sami Khedira. 6 months left on his Real Madrid contract, and he hasn't really been getting that much game time. He was injured, but he could be tempted to move away. He has been linked strongly with Arsenal, but I think that he would end up at FC Bayern. Now, I was watching Spencer FC's stream last night on Twitch, and I was hearing some rumours flying about from a reliable transfer source. His Twitter account is, I know his Twitter account, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. But he said that Sami Khedira has agreed a pre-contract with FC Bayern. Now, this is pure speculation, but it's always fun to throw these rumours about. And when you think about it realistically, I can see it happening. I don't think Khedira will go Arsenal. Arsenal don't need strength in midfield. Their midfield is great. They need a striker. They need a defensive depth. And I think I can see Khedira, if I'm being honest, going to FC Bayern. I think it'd be a move that would suit him. I don't think he's going to stay at Real Madrid, in all honesty. I think he'll go to FC Bayern and link up with former teammates and national teammates. Former teammates as Xabi Alonso, and link up with national teammates such as Boateng, Schweinsteiger, Götze, Lahm, Neuer. You've got Tommy Muller, and I can see this deal happening. I think he'd fit in so well. It'd be like coming back home for him. He can play with people that speak his own language. He'll be back in his homeland, and I can definitely see this one happening. Like I said, I think the probability of this one happening though would probably be about a 4 or 5, because at the moment it's pure speculation. Maybe a 3 or a 4. But, I can definitely see it happening in the near future. So, that's going to bring an end to this episode, guys. Like I said, if you did enjoy it, make sure you hit that like button so I know I'll be able to upload some of these later on in the January transfer window. If you're new around here and you haven't already, guys, make sure you do smash that subscribe button. I really would appreciate it, and you'll see more content from me. I also do my player career modes and obviously manager career modes also, if you want to go check them out if you're new around here. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.